I try to teach our guys, I don't care what you do at home, but when you pass that parking lot, when you pass that gate, we're here to do business. So the captain, we feel, is the first leader and sets the tone for the entire day. If a captain cuts corners before leaving the lot, the team's going to learn the standards are optional. We don't want that. The captain takes ownership, the team sees what leadership looks like.
Welcome to Mobile 5 Wednesdays. Let's go! Welcome to Mobile 5 Wednesdays.
The first leader your customer experiences is usually not your dispatcher or your general manager, and not even the owner. It's actually the crew leader, or in Big League Movers world, it's the team captain. And that leadership begins before he receives the customer's address. And that's where we kind of want to really go on. Did he arrive on time? Did he show his DOT card? Did he document the truck? Did he inspect the equipment? Did he log into the correct vehicle? Did he actually open the hood? Man, how many times we go through this on a pre-trip? Today, Stephen is breaking down why the team captain is not just the driver. He is the first operating leader of the day. Welcome to Movified Wednesdays, where we break down the systems and leadership standards that help moving companies operate with more control. Guys, I was reading that last line on there. I apologize. I'm Mark Hershey, owner of Salmons and Ellis Moving and Storage, located in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia. And with Movified Wednesdays, I can't do this alone. Never. I only can do this with my best friend. My best friend, my co-host, Mr. Stephen Reed with Big League Movers out in Memphis, Tennessee. On Deck Deliveries and
ReadyRolls.com.
Thank you.
I'm excited about this one. So last week in episode 1, if you haven't listened to it, pause this right now, go listen to that, and then come listen to this later today or tomorrow. But in episode 1, we established push culture. And push culture to me is a big deal in how an organization does more with resources that we have. No truck returns after a completed job without direction. The lesson that finished is one job does not automatically mean we're finished for the day. Today, we're going to go back to the beginning of the day. Before leadership can direct the truck, the team captain has to prove that he and the truck are ready.
For sure. So, I mean, we're now in Push Series episode 3. I'm super stoked because this is a great segue into how we need to make sure our morning is. But before we do, this pre-trip is brought to you by MovifiedNation.com mastermind group. Make sure that you go check it out. Go hit subscribe, follow our newsletters, all the fun jazz. If you're interested in joining our mastermind group, just shoot to MovifiedNation.com, hit the mastermind tab, fill out some information. We'd love to get in touch with you and see which group we can get you into. It's been pretty explosive. The last session, we actually had an amazing webinar. We had about 20 of us logged in where we learned how to build easy AI-generated using Lovable realtor affiliate pages. It was fantastic. So really can't complain about that one. Yeah, it was really
Not
cool.
at all. Everybody has some strong takes away.
Yeah.
And it's not that much. It's not like a masterminds I hear about all over the home service world. Mark, you're doing it for a very reasonable rate, and I appreciate what you're doing for the value. Just that last group. And I know you have sessions where you're talking about how to maximize your rates and things like that. So guys, you just get tremendous value out of what Mark's bringing to the industry with the masterminds, and shout out to Prob as well.
Yeah, no, shout out to Prop 2 who does co-hosting and moderating with me as well too. We're going to move
I don't think
right
he
over
listens to us. I think he's told me that he makes it a point to listen to Movified Mondays, but not Movified Wednesdays. He's like, I hear enough of you, Steve Reed, is what he told me. So
Oh, and he tells me the opposite. He says he only listens to Wednesdays, but he fast forwards everything I say and only listens to you. He says as soon as you start talking, he mutes me.
We're finding out he listens to both, though. That's what we're finding out.
I think so.
Hey, let's talk about your book.
Please.
Mark's least favorite part is talking about the book because he doesn't do the self-promotion well, but I love it. If Mark wasn't here, I'd probably do the whole episode on this book. But let's go through a chapter of the book, Mark.
Yeah, we are kicking off August with
Give me a page number. Give me a page number.
page number 468. 468.
And while everybody's flipping their pages to 468, jump on Amazon, search The Moving Mindset. It was a top Amazon seller when it launched. It's daily reflections to drive your success. And check out your Movified Nation newsletter where there's a link.
Yeah, for sure. It's
So
great.
we're at
You know what?
469. Here I am.
Here you are, 468, 469. Refuse to lead from leftovers. When you lead from spiritual leftovers, leftover prayer, leftover patience, leftover energy, your leadership weakens. August is your invitation to come back full strength. Return to God, return to discipline, return to clarity, return to the habits that ground you. He restores
Yeah, a lot of
what
us
the
have been in
season
risk
drained.
control right now, right? So a lot of us has been spending the last couple of months in risk control. August is a good set to restore and get back to
Oh yeah,
back to the offense that you've been used to most of the year.
yes, my friend, we are kicking off. Like, let's hit this right off. Why is the team captain arriving at 6:30 in the morning?
Let me hit it. Sorry,
Let
as a rap song, Master P. The team captain is the first leader of the day. So
Okay.
that's a big emphasis that I want to put on here. Like, they have to be a self-starter. They have to be told what they're going to do. They have to relay expectations, and you got to keep them the standard. What was your question, though? I just wanted to kind of hit that. That's what we always say at Big League Movers: is a team captain is the first leader of the day.
Okay. So let's actually dumb it down, bring it back, scale it back, peel back this onion.
Okay.
Who am I defining as a team captain? Like, what, that responsibility, but like, people are looking around going like, dude, Steven, Mark, you guys are blowing my mind here. I'm lucky enough if I have the dispatcher, myself, I have the drivers. Is this a lead driver? Is this another person?
It's a lead driver. It's a crew leader, but a lot of people call him a driver. We call him a team captain at Big League Movers because we expect a lot more. We expect a leader who owns the day instead of letting the day control them as a victim. So I believe you're saying, why does a team captain come so early?
Mm-hmm.
At Big League Movers, we get them to come at 6:30. All helpers come at 7 because we want them to focus on their truck and their equipment before anybody else gets there, right? And so we get them to come at 6:30, bright and early. We're trying to beat traffic out of there.
If you're using something like Smart Moving and trying to schedule that team captain ahead, how are you doing that to make sure that your helpers aren't showing up now at 6:30 as well too, because they're looking at their text, they got the text message, they're like, well, it says here to be here for 6:30 now, but it's really not.
I'm not here to talk about negative about Smart Moving. We use so much of Smart Moving. We do not use the text confirmation thing. To me, it gave people excuses by saying I didn't see that or I confirm it. We use Connect Team and we schedule our guys and we tell our guys who needs to be there at 6:30 and who needs to be there at 7.
Okay.
But like I was going at, the team captain has to get there bright and early in the morning. Why at 6:30? He's got to do a pre-trip. What's the helper going to help anybody do a pre-trip? I mean, I guess they could support, cheer them on, let me pop the hood. But really, it's a one-man show. So we want him to get there, get his assigned truck, have the truck in condition ready to go, making sure we don't need to run and get a rental if something's up with the truck. We want to make sure the equipment is all ready, and because the first thing the customer looks at is the back of the box. It's a curiosity thing, and we want to make sure
100%.
that they have everything, right? We want to make sure legally they're ready to go. So they do a pre-trip, and we use Motive, but a lot of people use Samsara. I'm open to either one of them sponsored Movified Wednesdays. So give us a call,
either.
Motive or Samsara. And reporting concerns to that truck and proving the truck is ready for the customer. The captain's not arriving early to wait. We don't want that guy sitting around. He's arriving early to take ownership.
Let's talk about what's actually happening in Scottsdale this October.
3 days, all built around one thing, helping moving owners climb to the next level.
Day one, that's base camp. You show up, you're going to meet your people, think good food, a DJ, some cigars. We're going to set that tone.
And then day 2, Ascent, is where things get real. Alex Weber kicks things off, and honestly, if his session doesn't fire you up, nothing will.
Oh, yeah. And then Toby Thompson and Louis Massaro are going to take the stage together for the first time ever.
And that evening, we've got Topgolf and dinner. You're going to want to be there for that too.
But let's talk about day 3. That's the summit day. Mike McCowitz is your keynote speaker, a profit-first guy talking about building businesses that are actually profitable.
And then the night wraps with a Best of Movers Award celebration. There's going to be a red carpet, trophies, even a gold moving ring. Oh, this is not the kind of conference where you sit in the back and scroll on your phone.
Be there. Make sure you get your tickets. I'll see you at Summit on the top.
Hey everyone, Matty Mailers here, the guy who pioneered handwritten letters for the moving industry. Why? Because my competition at my moving company was using the same stock postcards as me, and my mailing company didn't care. So I created a better way. Here's some mind-blowing results in July. Miracle Movers Utah closed $93,000 using our handwritten letter strategy. With our campaigns, you can forget about the guessing games. You get a trackable phone number, daily photo proof, an incredible design team, and I'm also included. All letters stop at me for approval before they ever leave our facility. Right now, Movified listeners get 1,000 golden tickets stuffed in our genuine handwritten letters completely free. Plus, I'm going to throw in bulk realtor data for up to 5 counties. What are you waiting for? Moving Letters AI. Stop competing, start dominating.
Is there a form, like an online SharePoint form, like a Google form? Is there something that they're following to go, here you go? Or is it like what does that look like?
So the tools that we use and the guys coming in, I mentioned Connect Team. So Connect Team's a big point, but we're old school in this way. The guy comes in, right? He's going to show his DOT card. In US, the DOT card, they won't take digital versions. So they have to have this little piece of paper. We laminate it for our guys, but they have to show that. And my person at the window has a folder with everybody's DOT cards already ready to go.
Nice.
So if he's having to give that guy a DOT card, he's putting on his list, I need to print it out. But we're old school and we're giving him a folder, right? And so the folder is going to include, this is so old school too, but we have an old school contract. Blank, no customers' names, but the folder has that just in case one of the softwares goes down. And that does happen to all of them, right? Because Amazon will go down, AT&T will go down, or whatever else.
Sure.
And so we're prepared for it. We have a fuel card in there that matches their truck. We have disclaimers, right? In case they can't move that couch through that small doorway. We have the insurance card, and we have any tags and registration for that truck. And that's what a truck folder is. And every night we have somebody
here's your folder.
verify that. Yeah, and it has the keys. We put the keys in one of the little 3 rings, so it's attached to it.
Yeah.
And here you go.
That's fantastic. Now, and this is all strictly, a lot of it's for backup, right? Like they're not relying on any kind of, the waivers and documents. This is already, is it pretty built into the CRM that you're using, or
it's all there
are they
just
still
for
kind
the internet service drops, right?
Gotcha.
Smart Moving has all these things that we have disclaimers built in. Some of our guys are old school and they'll reach the sheet of paper and send a picture in Connect Team instead of using it in Smart Moving. But most of the time it's for technology going down. So
Crazy.
A prepared company does not allow a predictable technology failure to stop the job. That's what we've learned. It's just another, ain't nobody going to break my stride, right? Is the song that we play at dispatch
Break
often,
my stride.
right?
Ain't nobody gonna hold me down. Okay.
Oh,
Anyways.
no.
I've got to.
I like
anyways,
to
all right.
keep it moving.
Okay, all right,
You gotta do the moving part though, right? I mean, it's movified. We can't leave that line about the moving, but yeah.
Okay, so if I'm
nutshell.
if I'm following you correctly, your team captain shows up early. He's going to get his folder in his binder. In his binder, he's got all the information. Now he's going out there. He's doing his pre-trip, everything else. The captain now has all this. But what I didn't hear from you is that included in all of this is the actual like contract, like the work. He hasn't received anything about the job.
Not at all. Not at all. So
Why not?
that's a control function. I want to make sure they're focused on prepping the truck before we even talk about the job. Right?
Okay.
I never you'll hear me say this often. I'm sorry, at Big League Movers, guys don't find out about their job the next day unless it's long distance where they have to pack a bag. Right? It could change, and I don't want to give the movers anything to be disgruntled about. I don't want anything to break their stride. So if they hear that they're getting this move, anything else is going to be, I don't want that, and that's going to give them something to gripe about. So in fairness, anything could happen. 10% of our schedule does change, right? And I keep it where nobody gets that information, and it's a control point. Because if I go ahead and give somebody a job, they can take that truck and they can go to Burger King.
Sure.
And I'm adding to myself a bunch of work, right? They can gripe, they can sit at that window and gripe to me about, man, I made plans. You told me about this job, and I made plans to go to a movie with my daughter. And then I'm the asshole. It's like, don't you be a great dad to go to a movie with your daughter? I need you to work. I'm going to take myself out of that scenario all the time. So
you're hilarious.
When a guy comes into the window, he shows his DOT card, he received his assigned truck folder. All of our trucks have names, not numbers, that are named after Memphians that have inspired us. So we got a John Morant. I don't know how much he's inspiring us anymore, but he's closer to you in Portland, so you can check him out now. We got a Triple J. We got a Danny Thomas, who's the founder of St. Jude. We got some pretty cool names. I know that's not what it's about it, but that's how we remember our trucks. And that's how I kind of tell our guys to take pride in it. We have a couple memorial trucks for some movers that have passed away in our 19 years of working with us. So that's a way we honor them. And again, our guys are going to take extra care of JJ because they know JJ.
Sure.
Right. And so theoretically, we don't do truck names. We confirm what the truck he owns and we begin the readiness process, but he definitely does not get the job yet.
Now, your team captain, he's outside. It's now 6:35, 6:40. Right?
Mhm.
He's got his binder. He's ready to go.
Loving the Memphis sunrise coming up
Ooh,
right
sounds
over
beautiful.
that Big League Movers warehouse. Just a beautiful day ahead.
Beautiful day ahead.
Yeah.
What's he doing? Like,
The next thing is that he's going to
feature?
take his truck. He's going to take 4 pictures. He's going to take a picture of the front. He's going to take a picture of the back. He'll take a picture of the sides. A lot of my process I'm going to talk about now is the big, bad, evil Penske. Right. And so I watched what those rental coordinators did for years and what they would check out. And so our process is pretty similar for that. So it's taking 4 pictures like a Penske agent. He's looking for,
okay.
And then with AI now we run it, or we have a VA run it through AI after to pick up any truck damage from before or after.
Really?
The last driver. So those photos document current body condition, visible damage, mirrors.
Where's he uploading these photos?
Bumpers.
Where's he uploading it?
Connect Team, who should definitely be a sponsor of us, Mark, just by the way. Where are you at, Connect Team?
I love Connect
I don't know
Team.
how many people I've gotten on Connect Team just doing, just talking through ready rolls, clients, and stuff like that. I mean, where are you at, Connect Team? But yeah, we do it through Connect Team. They send a picture, and then so
Now,
the photos
we all
have
know-
to prove the condition.
Well, yeah, so that makes sense. But is there a training involved with these team captains so they know they're not just 0.5 zooming out and great because someone now gets the photos?
There is, but that's not a perfect process. On the next episode, we'll talk about the pusher and how we check those photos to make sure they're actually taking the right angles. So before they go to the next process to get their job, remember control, they have to have those photos verified. So they're in stages. So again, that's next episode a little bit. I know I want to talk about it all day. I'm having some self-control here. We're going to stick to the trucks, but so if they give a blurry picture, for example, kind of like you're saying, they're going to be sent back to their truck to take a new photo.
Gotcha. Okay. They've taken the pictures. They're going through that. What must the
That ain't
cat?
it.
Oh,
We
there's
got
more.
another picture. There's a fifth picture, and it's the most important picture.
Can I take
It's
a
a
guess?
picture of the back of the truck opened.
I was just gonna say. I mean,
Were you
talk about the
guessing?
outside.
Were
Well,
you
we were talking about
guessing?
the outside. I was like, what about the inside? What is happening on the inside? Okay.
Yeah, so the rear photo, that's got to include all this clean. If you send us an angle that doesn't have it, guess what? You're going to get deleted and resent. But it's simple. I'm wanting 2 dolly handle height stacks of pads. I don't need to count. Nobody's really counting when you're saying count 100 pads, right?
Right.
So we teach all of our guys how we stack. It's not 4 ways, it's 2 ways. Right. And then we look at the picture to see if I got my microphone. So if this is the handle, we're going right under the handle. Right. All right. And then from there, I'm looking for floor runners. We stretch our floor runners out along the truck,
Along the
especially
floor.
if they get wet or whatever it is. So they're in the picture. We looking for an appliance dolly. We're looking for a 4-wheeler or a Chicago dolly, depending on what you call it, which one your preference is. We're looking for straps there on the sidewall. We're looking for no unrelated items. There should not be anything from yesterday, or get it out of there and take a new picture, right? If you've already tried to pull your materials from your job, guess what? That gives me a red flag because you shouldn't have your job, right? So it should be an empty truck, no leftover freight, an organized, usable cargo area. The purpose is not just to show the doors opened and it's looking organized. The purpose is to prove the truck. We don't have to make any trips to go, you don't have this, you don't have this, you don't have enough pads. We want to make sure everybody has that stuff, and we're saving ourselves time to go take people's stuff and not working for the movers.
If you're considering Snowball, just do it.
Snowball creates done-for-you referral programs for moving companies so you can turn happy customers into new revenue without lifting a finger. And the results speak for themselves.
In less than a year, we've collected over 2,000 referrals.
We generated over $200,000 of revenue that cost about $5,000 to do it.
I believe we had 4 or 5 the very first day.
The companies winning with Snowball are the ones that already care about their customers. We just help turn that into new business through human outreach and customer nurturing.
Snowball is part of the arsenal of tools that I recommend to my clients because it works.
Being found on the second page of Google is literally like having a billboard in the middle of the desert. Your mama ain't gonna see it. No one's gonna see it. You're on the second page of Google, no one's gonna call, no one's gonna book. Here is the deal. If your business is not ranking on the top of Google, that means your competitors are going to be stealing your customers every single day. So at Rotate Digital, we don't play any guessing games. We use data-driven SEO strategies to make sure Google finds you first so that these Google searches turn into your customers, not your competitors' customers. How do we do it? We do it through AI-driven keyword optimization, exclusive blog networks, backlinking strategies, and honestly, the secret stuff, the proprietary lead attribution software. So what do you get as a result? You get not only good marketing, but now you get clarity into what is bringing you more revenue. So if that's something you want to do, you want to make sure your leads find you and not your competition, go ahead and go to rotatedigital.com, schedule a call, and we'll help you take your business to the top of Google.
Can I ask you a question with regards to the floor runners?
Yeah.
The job ends that evening. Whoever you got, whether it's someone in your office or the team, lays out the floor runners because they might be wet or whatever it is. So they're laying it along the floor. The next morning, the team captain opens up the back door. Those floor runners are laid out. After he takes the photo, is the team captain folding them back up again, putting them in a roll, or is he going to be heading to the job site with them still laid out?
I put them in a roll. Yeah, they put them in a roll. I would assume they might still be laid out in some cases. Some people might put them in a roll.
I'm just more curious to see, those guys, relaying it out and everything else. So
here's the interesting perspective from my point. I only see the picture. So I don't know what they do after that, but I know they're fucking prepared, right?
Sure.
I know they're prepared for the job.
What's your standard amount of floor runners per straight
5.
truck?
Yeah, at least 5.
Okay. I like that. Okay, so here we
We
are.
buy the rolls and we clip them with our scissors, but I don't know if you buy the packs. It's a lot
Yeah,
cheaper to buy
I
the
bid
rolls.
the big mother
Yeah.
roll.
Everybody gets excited if there's a cutter, if they get we got a new batch.
I
Do you
was
have, do you, on
I
Ellis, do
brought
you do blue or red, or what do you do?
we do blue at Ellis, and we do red at Salmons.
Okay. We do red. We've
So-
always done red.
I always say we roll out the red carpet all the time. So, but with Ellis being a lot of blue colors, blue looks nice too. I wish it was cheaper, but I'd love to have my company logo like going along in the middle of it, but it always just, yeah.
So after the pictures, after the equipment check, we do our custom pre-trip in Motive. Our Samsara,
Okay.
whoever wants to sponsor us, we're here.
That's right.
Movified. But the captain logs into the correct truck in Motive, so we're making sure it's connected to the ELD. That connects the correct driver. That connects the correct vehicle, proper duty status, the pre-trip record, the day's operating trail. So we do all that through Samsara, our Motive, our VA. Checks it a little bit later, make sure it was actually done right, and then reports anything that is minor, not a DOT violation on the truck, so we get it in a queue to get repaired. We definitely don't want to hear the guy wasn't signed up and my VAs are chasing him after the get-go, right? We don't want to hear the mover switched trucks. We don't want to hear a previous driver was still assigned. The logs were not active. The pre-trip was not submitted after departure. We're wanting to go ahead and get a hold of that. The physical side of the pre-trip, right? A real pre-trip requires the captain to physically inspect the truck. This is a big deal. Guys aren't going to do anything. They're not going to have any breakdown notions or anything of that nature. You're not going to prevent anything. You're just doing a check if you're not physically making sure they inspect the truck. So a captain should walk around the truck just like they're getting a DOT inspection is how we have it set up. Happy to share if anybody wants to comment. You inspect visible safety concerns. You check the rear and required equipment. You look for fluid leaks. Look for those hub seals. That's what DOT looks for, those big lumps behind those wheels. If those things are greasy, and then you look inside the engine compartment, make sure your fluids are good. The captain is not expected to diagnose every mechanical issue, but he's expected to look, man, you know. You better damn well look. Does everything look good? Is anything rolling good? So,
Okay, so you got the real pre-trip from someone just checking a box to, this full walk around. I actually, what's wild, Stephen, is the fact that you heavily analyze Penske. I remember years ago, I had a 3-page template. I think it was of like a walk around that I got my hands on from Penske or U-Haul, and we customized it for the moving company. And that's exactly what I had our guys do. It's like walk around,
great minds think alike.
put the X's in the spots where there's scratches and do all this kind of stuff. We actually had the same thing for piano moves too, where we actually have an outline of a piano and we can do walk through and add scratches or markings and everything else, which is
nice
for the one-offs. I love the photo.
Send me that piano thing.
Yeah, 100%. I love the
Can our listeners
photo
get that
aspect.
too?
Yes, I can definitely. I should have the PDF for that, and we can get that sent over to everybody
On the newsletter at movifiednation.com. Sign up. It's free.
Now,
It's SOP galore.
why is opening the hood though so important?
It's a physical proofprint, so we can see if a hood was popped or not from across the yard. You know what I mean? It's a big sign if somebody didn't do it, but from across the yard, we know it takes time to pop the hood and do the fluid check. So if somebody comes back within 5 minutes, we're like, no,
You didn't pop the
he
hood.
didn't pop the hood. It's a
Yeah.
physical proofprint, pretty much. It's easy to sit in the cab and mark a digital inspection complete. But
Sure.
if you don't pop the hood, you can't really do one.
What up, guys? I'm Chris with Swamp Rabbit Moving, and I just want to give a massive shout out to the Cube Sheets team. We started with Cube Sheets probably a year ago, and it's just been a great process all around. Brandon and Andrew are great to work with, answer any questions you may have, constantly working on new things to help improve our moving business and make the sales process way more efficient. If you're looking for a software like that, I would check out Cube Sheets as my number one pick when it comes to inventory management.
Brandon, Andrew, I just want to give you a huge shout out over at Cube Sheets. You guys are one of the reasons why we have so much success over at WNY Moving. When it comes to our estimate and our accuracy, it's all because of you guys. But what's most impressive is literally I can take a phone call And within 10, 15 minutes of that phone call, I have an estimate in that person's hands and it's signed with a deposit because how quick Cube Sheets scans the client's house. And I don't know what else I would do without you guys. You guys are amazing. Keep up the great work.
Hi, I'm Amy. I'm the owner of American Moving and Hauling. And if you are like me or your estimators are like me, you are running around constantly on the road just trying to get estimates done, especially in the busy season. I'm so glad that we found Cube Sheets because holy cow, if I had not found it this spring, I would be absolutely drowning right now. It has cut down my estimate time in half. It's super helpful. Does a full inventory for me. I just had to calculate the numbers. It's been a game changer for us. If time is money for you too, then you need to get in on this and give it a try because you will not be sorry.
And that's what accurate estimating really looks like.
You got to physically engage with a truck, right?
Okay, so now he's done all this. Everything is kind of done. What happens if the captain finds something?
He reports it. So if it's a DOT violation, he reports it immediately to the window so we can get it figured out. Or he reports it on his log if it's something that's minor, like AC is not blowing out too fast. It's a common one that we don't do anything about that day, but we put it in queue. Minor hole in the corner cabinet, but we don't have. We'll get it fixed the next day. Go ahead and get it on the move. Or if we have extra trucks in the yard, we'll switch them out. But he reports any DOT violations or any major mechanical to the window, but everything else he'll do digitally. He'll do digitally both.
I mean, to me,
Yeah.
if I'm sitting here listening to us, ramble on about how important it
Ramble
is for this
on.
team to ramble on for this team captain to go through this, there's a reality check if you're actually following this and the light bulb goes on. You don't have someone doing this, guess what ends up happening? That engine light eventually goes on, something happens, and now you're going, oh, it's got to go to the mechanic. But having that preventative service, making sure that you have that team
And
captain
you're on
checking it.
you're on the load between the load and the unload, which is the first question we ask is, are you full? Crap, it's a bigger dilemma.
Yeah. So, I mean, and that's really the question is why is the captain responsible for all this versus just, getting it in for servicing?
Because he's going to live with it. So when it does break down in there, he's either going to be mad at us or we're going to tell him he didn't prepare his truck and give us the signs. The morning's busy. A small problem found at the office gives leadership options to us to get ahead of it. If they don't report that, then they take some of the ownership of waiting. Otherwise, you got a disgruntled mover. And so they take ownership in that. We make it a point to, if a truck breaks down, we're talking to them about like, no, don't get upset about us. You didn't tell us about that light being on during your pre-trip. Why? We could have prevented this. So me and our culture, we do a coaching culture.
How fast is your team at addressing those issues when that actually happens? So an engine light does go on. Are you still sending that truck out? Are you trying to get a diagnosis?
So I'm
on
looking
this?
at the first step is looking at motive to look at what that light's about. So
okay.
a lot of people don't use their motive in Samsara this way, but it gives you a diagnosis.
Yeah. That's why you have that good ELD reader.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. Now they're back, right? It's now 7:55. Your helpers are, coming in to dispatch. Your driver's now done his full pre-trip. He's now back at dispatch. Why is the captain still is he not getting the job information first? Like, why in between that half an hour is he still waiting? Is he getting it now?
Well,
Is he now
at this
done
point,
with
it's
it?
been about 30 minutes, and the helpers are starting to get in there. We don't want the captains to rush this part. We don't want crews to start loading into the cab and them start picking their own people. We want people to focus on their drive time. The pre-trip becomes an obstacle if you already have the job. This is what the obstacle is. We don't want the photos rushed. We want all of their focus on owning the truck, proving the truck, receive the job, and then launch. Again, in that order: own the truck, prove the truck, receive the job, launch. That's the sequence
Does the driver
we teach here.
get any idea of how I know, because we talked about this in the push series. I'm answering my own
Yeah.
questions. Because he's there to come to work to get the job done. Does he know like the size of his crew? Do you give that answer at all? If he goes,
Nope.
hey, like how many guys am I working with? Nothing.
He'll know if there's 2 trucks, right?
Okay.
If there's 2 trucks, he'll know the person that he's gonna be comboed with and the truck that he's comboed with. So he will know that information.
Interesting.
But again, my goal is to make this person a team captain, not a driver. Right. So at that point, my big thing with teaching these drivers is leadership means taking responsibility for someone has to chase you. That's the difference. Right.
Right.
A strong team captain knows the standard, follows the sequence, documents accurately. You know, the guys, you take pictures of their trucks. Look at that setup. Man, you got that thing looking beautiful. One that reports problems early, protects the equipment, understands the customer experience. The first thing they're going to see and judge you by is the back of that truck. Right. And the captain sets the tone for the crew. Think about that. You know, when you're coming in as a helper, maybe it's your first week and your driver's ready to go and has already set the standard for the day. That's a big difference than everybody grumbling and looking at the truck. So I kind of just look at it from an overall perspective. Remember, I try to teach our guys, I don't care what you do at home, but when you pass that parking lot, when you pass that gate, we're here to do business.
Right.
So the captain, we feel, is the first leader and sets the tone for the entire day. If a captain cuts corners before leaving the lot, the team's going to learn the standards are optional. We don't want that. The captain takes ownership. The team sees what leadership looks like.
Ooh, I love that. Man, okay.
Dropping
If I had
bars
to-
today.
You
You know,
are.
you get me all
Let's-
excited when we're talking about dispatch.
We okay. I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's break this down to a simplest rule. What is the simplest rule for owners and captains?
Prove readiness before receiving direction. So the captain doesn't just receive the truck. He's proven it's ready to go.
Perfect. I think that's like it's really and I wanted Stephen to share this again because it's one of those like, you know, take that, print it, and have it by dispatch. Like and make sure the team captains as you are initiating this maybe into your new system, maybe you know you have a drivers meeting coming up, you know, now is a good time. This episode is still, you know, it's out at the beginning of August where you can start implementing it. You can start looking at going, hey, we're going to start we're going to have a drivers meeting beginning of September after, you know, the crazy month end for August, and we're going to start looking at, you know, implementing and saying, we're going to change this. You're not just a driver, you're a team captain.
Dude,
Right?
rip it
But-
from me. What I have a big thing on our wall when you walk in is Smokey the Bear. Only you can prevent forest fires. Right? And that's true. That's how you set up the day. It's we have Smokey the Bear and it says that and it says the sequence. Own the truck, prove the truck, receive the job and launch. Right? But it doesn't start
That's
without
awesome.
you owning and proving the truck. So
That's
it's
awesome.
time. It's time. I'm ready for this. I was kind of thrown off last week on the Dolly Dash. I wasn't proud of my performance, so I've
Well,
been prepping for this week.
It is Dolly Dash time, and Dolly Dash is brought to you by our sponsor, BHC Insurance. Trey, tell us
What up,
what it's all
Trey?
about. What up? Go.
I've talked to so many guys recently, and I know you do too, that are like, man, Trey's hooking me up. Trey's helping me out. I didn't think I had any other options.
That's awesome.
And so shout out to Trey.
Shout out to Trey. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
What's the biggest sign a captain is treating the pre-trip like a checkbox?
The hood.
I think it's to me,
Like
it's
that?
the hood. To me, it's the hood not being popped. You're not going to see anything. You're not going to see your fluids. You're not going to see anything without popping that hood. You're really not checking things.
Why should the captain show the DOT
because
card
they don't take a physical copy
every morning?
at DOT weigh stations in the U.S. We've gotten popped too many times for somebody not having their DOT card, so it's kind of learning from error. We can't smooth our way for them saying we do have digital copies just in case we can smooth our way, but they won't accept the digital copies at the DOT station. So we want to make sure they have a physical copy and they're not leaving without giving us the silliest we call the DOT violation, something that we pay for to have our guys DOT certified.
Question: how are you representing the
Last question. How are you reprimanding?
I don't have to. I don't
The-
want. So
the
this process
team
is
captains?
owned by my
They
operations
keep
staff
screwing
or
up.
me in the past. right? And so I'm always making my drivers are too valuable to fight over these things. So how are they ever going to start a job if the people don't let them go past taking the 4 pictures and checking it? So I reprimand my operations staff if they let somebody pass, and that's why it's in stages. Because my drivers are valuable. I don't want to fight over things that we can control, right? We got plenty to fight about us and the drivers. So things in the morning, it's different levels, and they never get to the 3rd level, which is the move, without proving these things.
You know,
like my boy Little Strappy says, you can never ever, never ever, never ever get on my level. What? Get on my level.
It's
What?
really interesting.
Get on my level. What? You can
Yeah.
never ever, ever, ever. All right, I'll stop. It's Dolly Dash.
Oh my goodness.
Did I do better than last week? Was I ready for the Dolly Dash?
We recently hired Ready Rolls to help us with hiring some offshore help, some DAs, and they've done an amazing job. They found the perfect candidate for our company. Not only that, they helped answer the questions that we had about the process. Initially, hiring a BA can be a bit intimidating, but they answered all the questions. It's been an amazing experience. Our BA has been a huge part of our success thus far. We're actually in the process of hiring a few more right now. Definitely see them as being a key part of our growth and reaching our goals in 2025. And another game changer for our company. I'm confident to be a game changer.
Visit ReadyRolls.com. There is now a better way to scale.
Are you excited about the fall, Stephen? I can't wait either. September, October, November. I mean, we come off a big, crazy summer season, and we are just begging to be taught, learn, network, have this ability to engage with other like-minded moving companies. And so we can start off for 2027 in the right direction. Beginning of September, we have the Titan Retreat.
Titan Retreat. I'm speaking at it.
So make sure you're definitely there and checking it out. Stephen Reed's got he's going to be solo. I will not be there this time around, but we're looking for co-hosts. Do you want to do you want to fill my seat while you're there? Go find Stephen, and you get to be put in the hot seat where you get to ask the questions to maybe the moving company owner that you're interested in learning more about. Let Stephen know, and actually leave comments on this as well too. If you're
I love
interested,
it. So we
mark
need it.
down.
We're a campaign we're taking applications for guest hosts because Mark can't make the trip. I love this.
Yeah.
Who's it going to be? We want to see your comments, people.
We also then have at the end of September the New Jersey Moving Association that's happening in Atlantic City. If you are in that area, if you are part of New Jersey, New York, you want to come out to Atlantic City.
New York City.
Atlantic City. I've never been to Atlantic City. I'm super stoked. Shout out to Ryan Marsh from Supermove who helped coordinate this.
Great guy. I was there last year. They're a wonderful group of people.
I am so excited. I'm going to be speaking at this event. I would love to see all of you sign up. So make sure you get your tickets. Come and join us. It's going to be a blast. And then after that, we have Built to Move. I think somewhere in between that, or is the Smart Moving Summit? Maybe Smart Moving
Summit's before. Also speaking
Summit?
with my guy Austin. So
that's right.
Come out to Scottsdale. They got a hell of a place that they're having it at. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a blast. I've been talking to Anna Ty about it. It's in Austin. I'm thankful to be able to give some insight on how virtual assistants can help work with Smart Moving, and looking forward to talking with him. That's a good one. I can't wait to be on the stage with Austin.
Are you going to be talking there? Is this
Oh yeah.
Is this a mic drop? Because I didn't know that. Boom.
Movified Nation's going everywhere, people.
Oh, we are.
We are
One Nation. And then after that, so we got the Built to Move. We got Built to, and then we got Built to Move. We got Built to Move.
No. First, we're gonna bust a move.
We're gonna bust a move at the Smart Moving Summit.
Movified Nation dance, Mark? You've trademarked over there. Oh,
there we go.
Oh.
There we go. Then we got Built to Move also in October.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. It's going to be really exciting. And then I think there's a bit of a break. Stop me, comment if I'm missing something on here, because then in January, I believe the Titans are doing another mastermind event in Austin, Texas. So pretty exciting. Pretty
Great.
exciting lineup.
Hey, I got one more mic drop for the Movified Nation tour.
Go for it.
The infamous Mia Wan is going to go to not one, not two, but all three of those events mentioned. I'll talk her into
Wow.
New Jersey, I think. I mean, I might be able to talk her into supporting you. So Mia Wan will be with me. And so if anybody wants to ask any questions about virtual assistants, who they are, you get to talk to the great Ready Roll Mia Wan.
Or if you just want to learn how to increase your TikTok following and YouTube following, go talk to me as well.
Yeah. Personal branding, Mia's got.
All right, we just wanted to end this episode. We wanted to make sure that everybody knew the big events that are coming on right now. So
That's right.
Make sure you check
Come
it out.
see us.
Go check out some
Join
of
the
the links.
Movified Nation tour.
Join the Movified Nation tour.
2026.
What? Stay movified.